Cancer is merciless. It begins in absolute silence, hidden deep within, one solitary cell malfunctions. It multiplies undetected until suddenly, a physician delivers those life-shattering words. It robs us of precious years and loved ones, leaving families completely broken. It spares no one, not even the young. It preys on the aged, utterly indifferent to who you are or the future you hold dear. Cancer ranks among the most ruthless forces in the natural world. Cruelly, it is not a recent threat. It has existed since the dawn of life, despite the common assumption that it is a modern affliction. It's easy to point fingers at synthetic foods, environmental toxins, and our lack of physical activity. While these factors certainly contribute, the real origin goes back much further. Back in 2016, researchers exploring a South African cavern unearthed a foot bone belonging to an ancient hominin. This fossil was linked to a species known as Australopithecus, or an early form of Homo. 7 million years, this fossil contains unmistakable evidence of osteosarcoma, a lethal form of bone cancer. This was no fracture or physical trauma. An ancient creature was living with a malignant growth long before the dawn of modern humanity. Researchers also discovered a non-cancerous growth on the spine of a skeleton from the identical era. These cellular abnormalities, known to science as neoplasms, show up in remains dating back nearly 2 million years. This critical discovery reveals a deep truth. Cancer is not a modern plague. It is incredibly ancient. Most cancers develop in organs, skin, blood, and soft tissues. Because these fleshy parts decay over thousands of years rather than fossilizing, only skeletal structures endure. Consequently, the prehistoric fossils we find reveal just a sliver of ancient malignancies, a gap researchers term preservation bias. Our view has been limited to cancers that scar bone. This makes preserved mummified remains incredibly precious, as their intact soft tissues offer a wealth of information. Through modern CT scans and sophisticated imaging, scientists have detected malignant tumors inside Egyptian mummies dating back millennia. Researchers scanning 137 mummies discovered signs of cancer in multiple subjects. Taken with fossil data, a clear trend emerges. Cancer was no stranger to ancient populations. Yet, physical remains aren't our only evidence, as historical texts also document the disease. Originating in ancient Egypt around 1600 BCE, the Edwin Smith Papyrus document contains descriptions of swollen breast masses. Crucially, the text declares that no cure exists. It is a sobering, brutally honest confession from a healer practicing nearly 4 millennia ago. The ancient Greek healer Hippocrates originally named this disease. He coined the term carcinos, which translates to crab. To him, the dilated blood vessels spreading from a tumor resembled the reaching legs of a crab. It was the Roman medical writer Celsus who eventually translated this term into the Latin cancer, a moniker that remains with us today. Consequently, for millennia and across diverse societies, humanity watched, recorded, and struggled to make sense of this disease. Yet, its true origin remained a profound mystery. To grasp the ancient origins of cancer, we first must define its nature. It all starts with a single cellular mutation, where genetic code is corrupted or miscopied. Fortunately, our biology usually detects and repairs these mistakes. Occasionally, a damaged cell slips past these biological defenses. It multiplies without limit, forming a growing lump that pushes into nearby areas. These genetic alterations are entirely natural, potentially occurring with every cellular division as an inherent part of being alive. An increased cell count and a longer life naturally raise the odds of a genetic glitch slipping past. This vulnerability shadows every living thing with dividing cells. Dinosaurs faced it, prehistoric fish suffered from it, and even trees can develop cancer. Did our ancestors really suffer from cancer less often than we do? The short answer is yes, but likely not for the reasons you would expect. The primary factor is life expectancy. In ancient times, people rarely lived to old age, usually succumbing to disease, trauma, wild animals, or starvation first. Early humans typically lived only 25 to 35 years. Because cancer is a slow-developing disease that usually strikes after age 50, prehistoric people rarely reach the age it occurs. Fatalities from wild animal attacks or basic dental infections cut lives short before tumors could even form. Additionally, their daily environment presented entirely different hazards. Free from tobacco and synthetic chemicals, they survived on natural diets and constant physical activity. While these habits shielded them from various cancers, they still faced distinct threats, like breathing in harmful soot from their daily cooking fires. Ongoing inflammation and parasitic pathogens can actually spark tumor growth, while unprotected sun exposure drives up skin cancer rates. The past wasn't a cancer-free utopia. Ancestors simply succumbed to other deadly threats before tumors could develop. So, why does the disease feel so much more prevalent now? One key factor is our extended lifespan. Breakthroughs in healthcare have wiped out many early life fatal illnesses, leaving millions to reach their 60s, 70s, and 80s. This age bracket is precisely when cancer is most likely to emerge and be diagnosed. Improved screening methods also explain the rise. Today's medical imaging can locate deep-seated tumors as tiny as a fingernail. Historically, healers could only diagnose what was visible or palpable on the skin, meaning the vast majority of internal malignancies went unnoticed. While contemporary lifestyle choices do elevate certain cancer risks, our ability to spot them has vastly improved. Smoking directly triggers cancers of the mouth, throat, and lungs, while processed meats are linked to colon cancer. Severe weight issues are connected with over 12 different malignancy types, and ultraviolet rays drive skin cancer. Yet, realizing that cancer is an ancient illness provides modern researchers with crucial insights. Since cancer has existed for millions of years, it is intimately linked to the evolution of complex, multicellular organisms. Scientists are currently investigating why certain ancient creatures appeared less prone to oncology. Elephants, notably, possess redundant duplicates of TP53, a critical tumor-suppressing gene. Researchers are investigating these genetic pathways in hopes of developing novel cancer therapies for people. Furthermore, the fossil record offers a window into how historical cancer rates have shifted. By comparing prehistoric bone tumors with contemporary cases, scientists can track the evolution of the disease and pinpoint potential environmental triggers. Cancer is more than a disease, it is an evolutionary enigma. Unlocking its ancient origins is crucial to defeating it today. 7 million years lies a tumor from a creature that existed long before fire, speech, or society. Cancer has been with us since the beginning. Throughout our existence, we have clashed with this ancient enemy. Now, for the first time in history, we finally have the means to defeat it.